I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Phylecia Jones. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am having an amazing night. How are you?
I'm excellent, actually. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. Tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am in Colorado in the United States.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting tonight?
Oh, I think it's because I'm a budgetologist and I talk about money a lot.
It's the first time I've heard that word. Please do explain it to us, a budgetologist.
Well, as a budgetologist, I actually stole it from my cousin who's a DJ. But basically, I work with business owners and helping them manage their money and give themselves a salary.
Oh, that's excellent. So that sounds like fun. Where did the inspiration come for that?
Well, I learned about money the good old-fashioned way. I spent all of mine right out of college.
So this is you've spent your money and you're teaching us about budgets. Is it that we need it or we don't need it?
We need them if you want to continue to have money.
Yeah, that's great. Now, I saw that you had a podcast as well, Phylecia. Tell us about that, please.
It's actually called the Budget School Podcast. I repeat myself a lot. So I talk about budgeting and running a business and all things money.
So where did the tenacity come to do that again, if you would? Repeat yourself via the podcast.
You know, it was just needing to get that message out there to others that you got to get in front of your money and you got to get good at it with practice.
That's good. That's great to hear. Getting out of that is definitely something close to my heart. I was in a similar scenario of being in debt, and I went through scenarios with Dave Ramsey as well as Rabbi Daniel Lapin. Really amazing content there.
Yes.
What about you? What was your experience?
You know, I did the same thing,
Wow.
being in debt and road trips, listening to Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, and Rick Edelman for me.
Oh, intriguing. It's amazing how these things connect. The power of a conversation, if you would. The power of a podcast.
Yes.
So why will you continue to repeat this skill, Phylecia?
You know, it's just something I'm passionate about, and the way the world works right now, more people need to be in charge of their money and they need to have this skill.
Where's the best place for someone to connect with you?
Oh, you can find me at budgetschool.co, or you can find me on Facebook. I live stream every morning talking about business and money.
Oh, that sounds like fun as well. Wow, the commitment, the consistency. Oh,
Yes.
well, do tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Over the last 3 years, I've actually gotten myself out there into the world speaking and talking about my business. So I've been very consistent getting speaking gigs and just showing up that way.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel kind of good. At first, outside of being nervous every time I speak, it's kind of fun, especially when somebody sends you that email that says that you inspired them to change their lives.
Wow. So is it that you are naturally introverted, or is this something that comes naturally for you?
Oh, this is
there?
not. Yeah, this is not natural for me at all. I have to force myself to get out of my introversion.
Wow, that's interesting. So the passion to do this comes from helping others.
It comes from helping others, and then just my personal challenges of making sure that I do whatever I need to do so that I can get the message out. Yeah.
Wow, good for you. Wow, that is amazing. Yeah, being an introvert and getting out there, wow, that's a challenge, and I'm glad that you're doing that.
Yes.
That being said, why would you suggest to someone out there that's listening, someone that may also have a similar personality type, and definitely they're even thinking about getting out to do what they specialize in? Why would you suggest they do what you've done?
You know, if you're an introvert, you're in business, you're just gonna have to get out there. You're gonna have to force yourself to get out of your comfort zone, because success is not built inside of your comfort zone. And I heard an amazing quote the other day by Mel Robbins, and it says, for every phase of your life, you must become a different person. So that's why you got to get out there.
Love it. Amazing audience. Again, we are live with Phylecia Jones. You can connect with her and all of what she does, right? The podcast as well as Budget School at budgetschool.co. Let's switch gears, Phylecia, for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Phylecia, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory is being in kindergarten. And one of my classmates, I got hit in the eye with a belt buckle. I remember that.
Ouch. How old do you think you were? Is it like, what, 4, 3?
5 years old. 5 years old.
Kindergarten is 5. All right. So you were 5 years old. You get hit with this buckle. Why do you think this memory is so clear?
I don't know. I think because my eye hurt really bad.
Why did your schoolmates hit you with the buckle?
I think we were playing with the belt, and it was one of those stretchy kind, and he had this kind with the belt buckle and let go, and it hit me in the eye.
Okay. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Okay.
Okay, so there are times that not being I use the word intentional so much on the podcast, but it's necessary. But there are times that it happens, right? Not being intentional with the tool that we have and the use that it needs to accomplish. So it's intriguing to me that the belt, sometimes we say tighten your belt, right? Do the budget. But it's just fascinating that the tool not being used correctly can damage you. Managing your money correctly can be to your benefit, and if not done properly can cause damage. And it's fascinating that when you are damaged, how you turn to help others understand how not to be damaged.
You're good. I love that.
Oh, thank you. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh my gosh, I am such a New Edition girl, so I have to out myself. It was anything by Belle Biv DeVoe, so it's probably Poison.
Love it. Love it. All right, my friend. Well, Phylecia, we have arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Phylecia, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Of course, more than 8.
All right. Phylecia, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came up with this workbook. The name of it being called Yours. It stands for your own unique real self. And the idea is it's a reflective self-discovery book that once you answer the questions, hopefully you identify your mission, which is your own unique real statement. If you, Phylecia, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Phylecia Jones, what would you say that is?
It would be, God, universe, the earth, put people, events, and things in your path for a reason, and you have to pay attention to them.
Love it. Phylecia Jones, again, great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I would just share, you can find me over at Budget School. And remember, when it comes to money, there are no silly questions and no silly thoughts when it comes to understanding your money, especially inside of your business.
Love it. Phylecia Jones, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.